In the last few years, the words diversity, equity, and inclusion have become buzzwords that many organizations use when talking about how to achieve inclusive environments for everyone, specifically when talking about racial inclusivity. Although these words are very similar, it's very important to understand that these words are not the same thing and they should not be used interchangeably. As someone who has classical training in social justice systems, I can tell you that these words have very distinct meanings and ask three very different questions that we need to think about as we talk through how to create more inclusive environments. First, diversity really only asks the question, who's in the room? Second, inclusion asks, who has a seat at the table? And third, equity asks, what resources are being allocated to uplift and support those who come from marginalized identities in our organizations? Although these are three very distinct questions, they all have to work in tandem in order to create the workspaces that we want to see moving forward in the future. In the podcast, Good Intent, Good Impact, we take a deep dive in exploring these three questions further and how they work together to create the environments that we really want to see that uplifts those that come from marginalized identities so that they truly feel that they're welcome and included as opposed to being tokenized. This podcast is currently available, as well as other videos and podcasts related to equity and inclusion. They're released every Tuesday, so make sure to hit the subscribe button below to get notifications. And as always, it's important to remember that our good intention is not enough. We have to do the work to make sure that we are having a good impact on those who come from historically marginalized identities so they truly feel like they belong at our institutions.